Girl, what are you listening to?
Girl, I don't know.
Hey, y'all. Welcome to the first episode of Girl, I Don't Know. I'm your host, Miss Bubbly, and yeah. Why should you listen to this? If I were you, I would want to listen to it. Not just because I'm captivating or a little eccentric or, that I remind you of that best friend that you ain't talked to in years. But listening to this podcast, I'm hoping that it reaches the audience that is intended to reach. So if it's not for you, it's not for you. If it is for you, welcome, girlfriend. Or hey, what's up, my dog? Or good evening, ma'am, and welcome. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Come on in. Come on in. But either way, however you got here, if you're listening and your family, thank you for supporting. If you're one of my friends, thank you so much for supporting. Thank you. It means so much to me. And I just look forward to serving y'all some entertaining information, my antics. Yeah. So without further ado, let's get into Girl, I Don't Know. So some of the things that I don't know if I really said this, but I ain't gonna lie, I'm nervous. I'm very nervous. Even though it's just me and my mic, knowing that I'm about to put this out there for people to listen to and like just be able to critique me makes me feel like there's a certain level of insecurity or of just like doubt, like, is this going to work? Are people even going to listen to it? um are people just gonna like hate on me? But hopefully there are no haters, hopefully not, because there's room for everyone. Going forward on my podcast, it's gonna be a lot of randomness. A lot of y'all ask, who is that guy, who that man, who that nigga in my profile picture when I sent my Instagram request out, or if you clicked on the page and you followed, you're like, what is this? And I don't know. I picked it strategically, and there's a reason I picked it. And hopefully by the end of this episode, you'll realize it. I know I've had a couple of times where I've had a friend send me a text message, and I'm looking at my phone like, "What, girl? I don't know. You asking me these type of questions?" So, yeah, I plan on having some guests throughout the duration of this. So, hopefully, there's a little bit of everything in it for everyone. From college to your civil years. And hopefully you'll take what I say and be inspired in some way. It's not just me, being funny or playing a jester all the time, but there are a lot of things out there, y'all, that's going on. And there are a lot of people out there that have a lot of gifts and talents, and they're waiting for you to create the platform. And I don't mind taking my step, being one of the first people out there in my family or whatever to really step out and do something like this, or in my friends, because it just takes, faith the size of a mustard seed to go out there and be great. And going out there being great, this means that you put your best effort, your best foot forward. Don't just exist, do something. And take your ambition and go for it and actually use it, and don't just sit on it. Don't be, don't be a good steward over your gifts. Go out there and, plant some seeds, bear some fruit. Don't be dead. I did. Okay. crack myself up. Anyway, so the first episode, I just wanted to talk about the bounce back. Um, I haven't really created a format yet, but don't worry, it's coming. So you just continue to listen, okay? And you're gonna hear that structure. It's coming, it's coming. But just keep in mind with me, bear with me, because I gave myself a deadline to release this, and this is what we're doing. We're gonna stick to it, You hear me? You heard? Yes, yes, amen. So pretty much the first episode, I'm gonna just be talking, cause ain't gonna lie, I just got disappointed by this guy I was talking to, and one of my friends asked me, she's like, "How do you just bounce back?" I was like, "Well, I just do, you know, I just do." Um, Actually, for a long time, I didn't bounce back, and I just made and gave the appearance that I was bouncing back. But all the while, I was conglomerizing all of my failures and all of my failed relationships, failed friendships. Excuse, this is my phone going off. But I just, all of those things. And it, it put me in a place where I was putting up a front, but it really was breaking me down on the inside, to where it really came to a head during the pandemic. And even though I thought I had been dealing with my childhood traumas and all these things, I neglected to deal with the traumas that I had developed during college. And there were a substantial amount of traumas that I had endured during that time frame. Not going to get into them, but it made me realize that, the way I see relationships, it needs to change. Boundaries, they have to go up. When you have boundaries, you really can prevent yourself from being hurt. It's not that, having walls up, a lot of people, I mean, I'm not just going to say men, because it can be women as well. But a lot of times you just end up, hurt people, and you don't ever take the time to heal. Because if you really over something, you're not trying to go back and get revenge. And that was my problem. As nice as I was, I had a side of me that was like, I want to make them hurt just as much as they made me hurt while I was in a relationship with them. And God don't like ugly, y'all. God don't like ugly. um, 2019, I decided, you know what? Let's get into some therapy. And, I was going to therapy, but, karma came back around, you know, busting my door down, chasing me. And I got some hell to go to town, you know what I mean? And I learned my lesson. Um, but either way, just a little side note. This is a trigger warning. The subjects of domestic violence may come up, so if you are subject to being triggered, please just make sure you skip forward. Thank you. Um, so when I got in therapy, I, I just really didn't really know what I needed to be in therapy for, but I just felt, okay, I'm tired of putting my emotions and trying to put all my love into people, and then being hurt so bad to the point that there's like this raw feeling. And I was describing that with my friend, and she was like, it's this raw feeling. I said, yeah, for me, you're holding that tension, you're holding back the pain that you felt. And one of my biggest things is, like, I've always said I don't deal with negative feelings very well. And, ignoring negative feelings means that you're ignoring some type of pain. Even if that's emotional, you wouldn't be ignoring that if a physical pain. So just as much as I called myself doing self therapy, um, and not really seeing the need for therapy because, all of my family is in some type of behavior health career or like industry. But when I ended up in a relationship that was abusive, physically, unpredictable, violent, I didn't even realize it. And all of these things had kind of sort of happened before therapy. And I still was like, I don't really need therapy. Being strangled, no, I don't need therapy. No, who needs that? Being emotionally abused, groomed. Yeah, we're going to get into some real stuff here. If you're uncomfortable, just don't listen to it because there are people out there that need to hear this just as much as some people don't want me to share it. But either way, years of jumping from relationship to relationship and enduring emotional and, mental abuse, life had breadcrumbed me into a now physical relationship, physically violent relationship. You know what I mean? God dang it. um. So yeah, it's a lot of people ask, how did you end up in this situation, or why did you go back? And it's like, I get it. I really get it because when I was a little girl watching Ricky Lay and like Maury and all these type of things and Steve Wilkos, like why they go back? I went back for my revenge. I wanted to get my lick back. Surprise. And tell the truth, let the Lord, let the Lord love you. Just tell the truth. So as much as I was shocked and hurt by the fact that someone that I had considered myself dating had stabbed me 4 times, I sat there with my stitches later on that night, and I was just sitting thinking to myself, God, I'm so sorry. I'm sorry if I did anything that was ill harm or take any, pain and malintent out of my heart, because I'm tired of going through lessons and it's getting progressively worse. And, if I pray for a testimony, I got it now, God. So, like, humbly, your servant, I don't think, the weapons, they starting to prosper a little bit. You know what I mean? They prospering. So, yeah, I was in shock for like a whole year, y'all, like acute shock. And still trying to live my life like nobody business. Yo, Memorial Day just came up, and I just want to say this, just a little segue, since I'm just speaking about mental health a little bit. My hats go off to all those that did serve and came back and had PTSD. And no matter what way they may have met their demise or anything like that, PTSD is real, y'all. And it's not just something that people say they have. The physical implications of it are just as real because it really does affect your brain. All right, but back to what I was saying. I was in shock for like a whole year and still trying to advocate for myself because, I had to have surgeries, and I mean, I ain't never had to be in no goddamn surgery before. So for the first time, I'm in an ambulance and I'm sitting there crying, not because I got stabbed, but first off, I'm thanking God, but I'm sitting in the ambulance crying because I'm thinking about the bills. I'm like, Mr. Krabs, I'm like, Julius, like, this is about to be expensive. And I did not prepare for this. I do not want to spend my 401k or any of this on that. But glory to God that he put me in a position so that I could bounce back. And that's what this episode is about. The bounce back. Something we can all do. But real talk, I put my head down and I just got to work for myself. And I neglected a lot of relationships. And when I neglected those relationships, I realized that a lot of people really won't fold me like that. And it started to piss me off and I became angry because the support and the amount of love that I poured out into my friends, I didn't feel like I was getting back from anyone, not even some family members. And it was making me bitter. And I was fighting against the bitterness so much that eventually I just embraced it. And when I embraced the bitterness, I made sure that nobody really saw me. But my thing is, the joy of the Lord is my strength. And that's how I bounced back. Being reminded that I can do all things through Christ that strengthens me, which means that I can forgive somebody, y'all. I can forgive somebody that tried to kill me. I forgive somebody that made me dislike my body when I was in college. I can dislike, not dislike all those things, but I can forgive them. You know, it's a difference between being bound to the bitterness and the hate that you have over somebody, but being free of it, being free of the angst, the anxiety, of the worries. That's how I'm trying to live my life. Unbothered. I'm unbothered, okay? Yeah. And just as much as people may say that I may have disrupted their peace, the old me, allow me to reintroduce myself. My name is Ms. Bubbling. This is the first episode of Girl I Don't Know. And like Snoop Dogg said, my girl Jane Hancock, there's a song, I want to thank me for pushing myself when I felt like I couldn't get out of bed. I'd also like to thank me for being the biggest cheerleader. I'd also like to thank me for getting myself this far in life despite my circumstances. I don't want y'all to think I'm being like any type of Kanye Yeezy type of stuff. But like that's the whole thanking me thing. That's not any type of like flex or something like that. It's really I want y'all to take a moment to really thank yourself. Like first, make sure that you always give your glory and your honor to God, because at the end of the day, I wouldn't be half the woman I am that everyone keeps saying I'm strong. I'm like, I appreciate y'all seeing it. It's God, glory to God. And that's what I say, because at the end of the day, I'm not strong. It's the God enemy that's strong. But yeah, by his will, I would like to thank me. Grandma, don't be mad. Nah, like you gotta pour into yourself. That's how you bounce back. You gotta start caring. You gotta put them boundaries up, bruh. Come on, cut. You gotta put them boundaries up. Yeah. I'm talking to you. I'm talking to you. I know you thought you had real boundaries, but obviously you just let anybody jump them things. So go ahead and put them boundaries up. Just because he stopped texting you and stopped replying, or just because he led you on, or you feel like you may have been led on, or you may feel like you the black sheep, whatever it is, stop being a martyr. Pick yourself up. Pick your head up. All right? You're looking too beautiful to be doing something like that. Unscrunch your face. No. I'm so seriously. Smile a little bit. I know the creepy old man be telling you to smile, creepy old lady tell you to smile, but no, it's me. Miss Bubbly, go on smile a little bit. And thank yourself because throughout this entire week, this entire year, you bounced back. I bounced back because I knew I had a greater purpose to serve. And the people I surrounded myself with were just positive people. People that didn't speak negativity over me, even if they didn't mean it in that way. It's not about what you mean, but it's about the words that come out because they start to manifest and take root. So, not even entertaining it. And it's not about feeling like you better than somebody because you were never better than somebody. Unless you know we all got a booty hole and we all do. Okay. So it's just find your tribe, be around people that are like minded. And if you find yourself being the most ambitious one in your group all the time and everybody is telling you, nah, don't do that, you know what I say? Welcome with a V. Welcome. That's my dog in the background playing with his ball. He in his kennel. If you hear anything, don't mind him. It's McGruber. But yeah, it doesn't really matter because why are you consulting somebody on your vision? I'm just saying, mind your business. Mind your business. It's your vision. You'll be at peace with yourself. Like Mary J. Blige said in her song My Life. I hope y'all can't hear my music in the background, but if you can, right now, the perfect song is playing and the perfect lyrics are up. Is My Life by Mary J. Blige. Y'all, I'm 30 and I've been through a lot of situations where I've had to bounce back. And if you're still listening to this point, thank you for sticking with a real one. Thank you. I appreciate you. Hopefully you'll listen to this and you'll share it with somebody, even though a lot of y'all were like, this was all over the place. It was random. Girl, I don't know. Shoot. God damn it. It's my podcast. I'm an artist. I'm sensitive about my ish. You gonna come up here and do better? Huh? Well, if you would like to, let me know. So go like, subscribe, all those type of things. Wherever you get your podcast, go ahead, pre-save it. I'm gonna make sure I'm uploading. I'm making sure I'm gonna be consistent with y'all because, if you rock with me, I'm rocking with you. At the end of the day, just keep your head up, y'all. I'm looking forward to serving y'all some excellence after this first episode. So yeah, just keep around. Stay tuned. Stick around. Stay tuned. It's gonna be fun, and I can't wait to bring y'all and I just can't wait. I can't wait. I have a lot of goals that I plan to put into action. It's one thing to have the vision, you write it down. All right, get to work. So if you know, and if you're not quite sure how to do that, a lot of times there's this good thing that everyone should have now called Google and the internet. And just research. But if you don't know how to research and what you're looking for, that's where you need to start. Figure out strategies on how to get to your main goal if you feel like your main goal is unachievable. But yeah, gonna let this little segment play and make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. And if anybody is asking you what you're listening to, what are you gonna tell them?
Girl, I don't know.
But wait, there's more. Hang on to your seat, baby, because this one's a screamer.
Ring, ring. Hello?
Ring, ring, hello? Ring, ring, hello? Ring, ring, hello? Ring, ring.
Hello? Uh, yeah. I was calling to see if I could borrow about $50. Hi, you've reached Miss Roche's 5th grade elementary class at Yankton, and I'm certain you got the wrong phone number. Uh, Yankton Elementary? Yes. Y'all post out there on the side of the highway off of 55 and 11. Yes, who is this? Well, they call me Det, and I always come to collect, especially if you barely getting by. Det, it's what you'll always be in.
Quiet on the set. Camera speed. Sound production, take 1.
Wait, so I say, girl, what you listen to? Or do I say, I don't know?
I think it would be better if you said I don't know, because it would be more genuine coming from you.
Okay.
Okay.
Rolling. Sound production, take 2.
Girl, what are you listening to?
I don't know.
No. Girl.
Oh, girl.
I don't know. Okay. Girl, what are you listening to?
I don't know.
Free girl. I don't know. Girl.
Oh, thank you.
Well, I ain't got nothing else to say. I hope you've enjoyed the gift of gab that I've been blessed with. Need to go walk my dog. He's been very, active in the background. And I hope y'all were as entertained as I was making it. I mean, come on now. Are you not entertained? But catch Girl I Don't Know on Instagram officially, Girl I Don't Know, across all streaming platforms, Girl I Don't Know, iTunes, Spotify, iHeartRadio, wherever. We all do it live, baby.